Ethan G and Joe. But he doesn't know if they're connected, apparently. Well, I'm not entirely certain what year this is set in, actually, but the version of the game I'm playing right now is the 2012 edition. I think it's 2012, it might have been 2013, I don't know. Was one of those 2 years, but might have been 2013 actually, but this game was originally released in 2006. And that looked quite different. We played the demo version at the start of this, but this got an updated re-release. Oh boy. Apparently Joe DeMarco has resulted in over 10,000 results. Apparently Joe DeMarco is a very common name. That's kind of weird. So we can search for Ethan G. Maybe Ethan Goldberg, since we did see that name in the accounting thing. Yep. The Ethan Goldberg of Beth Tikva was found dead outside Paddy O'Hare's pub. Can we look for that pub? We can. And it has a Yelp rating. It has a not Yelp rating, but apparently it's not the best of places. It's okay. Somehow I don't think it'll turn up anything. Oh, the people in the city don't know how to eat. I think we can look up stuff about names that are related to this, though. No answers from Chris Jones, Gilbert, maybe. So yeah, I guess we got the advertisement for the people who made this again. And that's a voice actor. But I guess he didn't get a little cameo in the search engine. But there was one more thing we wanted to look up. It was the other synagogue. Beth Tikva. Amos Selig is the leader of this place, apparently. So he's widowed, and now we know how to look for him. So the Jewish Information Network has provided us with some more places to go. The Irish Jews. So now we can go to the Upper West Side to Beth Tikva. We can go to Murray Hill to Paddy O'Hare's. I think we're going to go there first. See what we can look at. So off into the bar we go. Oh boy. And we get a little cameo here from this woman. She seems to be having an animated conversation with someone who wasn't there. That's a reference to another series that the guy who made this game made. We'll get to that soon enough. Welcome to New York, yes. It's where all the crazies live.
Excuse me. Hello?
So she doesn't look like, like someone we can help. But we can check out the bartender, the photos, the poster and the shelves. And I think we can combine the clues Goldberg with Ethan G. I guess not. And for those who might have missed it, we do have a Yiddish dictionary in our inventory. Oh, that's a reference to another game series, Senior. She is the protagonist of that series, but we'll get to that in due time. And here is our Jewish business card. And apparently we can mess with the jukebox. Or not, because it's broken. Quite a few bits of alcohol on the shelves.
Excuse me.
The bartender doesn't look like he wants to talk to us, though.
I'm looking for information on Ethan Goldberg. He was killed outside of this bar. Do you know anything about it?
He really doesn't want to talk to us, huh?
I'm looking for information. Do you know...
Well, let's keep asking, of course.
Do you know a Mr. Jack Lauder?
Yeah, maybe they just couldn't get a voice actor for him. That could also be it.
I'm looking for information on Joe DeMarco.
So apparently we somehow perceive that he might know Joe DeMarco. But it doesn't look like
I won't forget about it.
there's anything we can do in here just yet. I actually don't know what the cursor is, though. Let's go to the subway, I suppose. I want to check out Beth Tikva, the big fancy synagogue. Oh, this music.
I suppose it's okay.
I'm not jealous.
Meh. I've seen better.
And we can check out the Torah.
I can't believe they're just leaving it here for anyone to come in and take it. They must have dozens of them in a back room somewhere.
Yep. The Torah 273, I think. Who isn't here anymore.
Meh. I've seen better.
Yeah, this is totally MDQ tier production. No, that's not fair to the guy who made this. This is actually well produced. J. Silver and E. Goldberg, huh? So we can check out the door back here. Apparently that leads us to this place, where we can meet the other
Yes,
You're the chief rabbi here at Beth Tikva?
rabbi.
I do carry that honor. So, what can I do for you, Mr.
Rabbi, actually. Rabbi Stone.
Well, fancy that. I can always spare time for a fellow rabbi. What brings you to our humble synagogue?
I think we can be rabbinical again. Might as well be rabbinical with another rabbi.
Do you know Mr. Jack Lauder?
Should I know Mr. Jack Lauder?
But he bounces it right back on us.
Don't you think you should know Jack Lauder?
Why do you think so?
Wasn't he a member of your congregation?
Was he?
Don't you know your own congregation?
Am I expected to know everybody?
Well,
Yeah, this is like a game of questions only on whose line is it anyway.
Are you finished?
I guess.
Wonderful.
So I guess we can't be rabbinical with this guy.
He was a member of your congregation. He died a few days ago.
That's right. The funeral service was yesterday. I honestly don't know where my head is these days.
You conducted the ceremony?
Yes, his wife insisted on it.
Did she now?
If I may ask, what is your interest in Mr. Lauder?
Rabbinical reasons, of course.
Aren't all matters of our flock our concern?
Well, not every matter, but still, we do what we can, don't we?
Gee, I guess we do. So we can keep asking about him.
Is there anything you can tell me about Mr. Lauder?
I'm afraid not, Rabbi Stone. My congregation is rather large, and Mr. Lauder seldom attended services. I'm sure I don't need to tell you what that's like.
You certainly don't.
Yeah, we're colleagues. So we can ask him about these mystery people, like Goldberg.
I was hoping you could tell me something about Ethan Goldberg. I know he used to work here.
Ethan? Oh, what a tragedy. That man did wonders for this community. It's a shame what happened to him.
You know about his death?
Of course, I conducted the funeral service myself.
I recently found out that Ethan Goldberg and Jack Lauder did business together.
Really? I'm not surprised. Ethan offered his services to many people. He was a whiz with an adding machine. So I heard.
An adding machine, huh? I don't think the Jews are like the Amish, where they reject technology and they would use an abacus rather than a calculator. Like this Jew uses a computer. I'm sure it's not taboo for them, but might as well ask about Joe DeMarco now.
Does the name Joe DeMarco mean anything to you?
DeMarco?
Yes.
Sounds Italian. Other than that, it means nothing. Sorry.
And don't know if we can ask him anything about these other two things.
Do you know anything about Ethan G meeting up with Joe DeMarco?
In all honesty, I have no idea who Joe DeMarco is. So I'm afraid the answer is no.
And does Joe sound like a Jewish guy?
Did a Joe DeMarco ever belong to this temple?
DeMarco. That's hardly a Jewish name.
I know.
Although, it's difficult to say. As I told you, it's difficult to keep track of individual congregation members.
He was an investor in Jack Lauder's company. Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know. Should it?
No, I suppose not.
So I guess we're done with questioning this guy. Unless we comment on various oddities.
Doesn't any of this strike you as odd?
Should it?
Two Jewish men, both in business together and both belonging to the same synagogue, are killed within 2 weeks of each other. A third man, who may or may not be Jewish, is nowhere to be found. There are only two connections between these three men. One is Jack's business, the other is this synagogue.
Rabbi Stone, I hope you're not suggesting anything.
I'm not.
Let me finish. People all over the world use religious communities to network and conduct business. This is nothing new. You know this, Rabbi Stone. If there is a connection, it has to do with their business dealings and nothing to do with Beth Tikva. I won't stand for our reputation being tarnished. Do I make myself clear?
As crystal.
I'm glad we understand each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, it is rather late.
I understand. I'll see myself out.
Wait, let me give you my card.
Well,
Feel free to email me if you have any more questions.
see, he uses email, so why does he talk about an adding machine? And hello Ness, welcome to Jew Simulator 2014. So where do we go from here? Guess we could go back to our base. We do have this new business card. Looks a lot spiffier than ours. This one's actually in color. Apparently he's Rabbi's. I guess that's supposed to be Rabbi Selig, but it looks more like Pizzazz Rabbi's, but I don't know. What this basically means is that now we know his login info for RavNet, the Jewish network of New York City. So we can try logging out and try logging in as his account. Apparently our password is pet. Maybe we can find out what that is on the Yiddish dictionary. No, we cannot. But if you recall, we can log out. No. We can log back in as our own account. And if we search Amos Selig, we can look up his bio, and apparently his dog was called Dodger. So that's a clue for his pet's name, Dodger. And now we've hacked into his account, as some people who don't know what actual hacking is might say. We can get a joke on his account. Martin Lewis becomes a priest. Cardinal congratulates him. But next time please don't start your sermon with fellow Goyim. I don't know what that means. I think it means fellow non-Jews, based on the Yiddish dictionary, but I actually have no idea, so let's try reading these. Let's go through his email. Oh dear. Yeah, he's been inducted into the rabbi network, I suppose. Apparently, people really like his sermons, as opposed to ours, which are really depressing. What was it? Jewish Weekly. They want to interview him. There's Tomo again. They really like his sermons, huh? Here's Ethan G. contacting him, rather. I almost said concerning him for some reason. I guess this was why, but... And he's concerned about the investor, Joe. So apparently Joe DeMarco is really bad news, but apparently this is proof that the rabbi did know about Joe. And apparently he gave Kiss tickets to someone called Tim Walters. And here's Jack Lauder contacting him. That's kind of curious, isn't it? He said he didn't know anything, but apparently he was the one who referred Jack Lauder to Joe DeMarco. That's suspicious as hell. Oh boy. Apparently someone called Roy threatens to take care of Goldberg. Joe DeMarco's giving... Oh wait, no. Ethan's giving Joe trouble. More people complimenting the guy on his sermons. Yeah, we read a lot of these. Alison Goldberg. Any relation to Ethan Goldberg? Yeah, I guess so. Must be his wife or something. Jack Lauder's very concerned. Oh. That's the woman that was in the bar, actually. Rosangela Blackwell. Apparently she interviewed Amos Selig because she does work as a reporter for the Village Eye. Ethan is dead. Oh dear lord. Yep, apparently Jack Lauder wasn't really the biggest fan of the Selig rabbi. Oh boy. You call yourself a Jew? I think I'm going to screen capture that actually. Oh boy, that apparently prompted the thing to disappear, but... This is the best quote from the game and I am going to save it. Why is the default fucking document size so big now? Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. So that was a quote. I think I'm gonna put that on my image thing once this is over. A Jew.png. So it was at the end of this message. Yeah, there it is again in its full glory. Joe apparently got the go-ahead to kill the guy, I'm guessing. And Lauder's wife is trying to give him a funeral. Apparently the wife doesn't know anything. That's kind of dangerous. But I think now we can go talk to the wife again with this new information. Wait, wrong place. This is the place. Apparently Selig is balls deep into this conspiracy stuff.
Is it?
Oh, come on.
But we can't talk to her about it, what?
Have you ever heard of
Joe. He was one of our first.
he invested?
Yes.
Why did you...
Well, we all the back, so we need
Have you ever...
Jack. Although I know
Why not?
he didn't, but we were desperate.
How did they...
I think at the
So Joe
maybe,
DeMarco...
and that
Not to... But it's...
Yeah, we've heard all that before. Don't think there's anything more we can do here for the time being.
I'm going to leave now. I'll see what else I can discover.
thanks.
Oh dear. Gotta get all the exabytes. Gotta get the 1 exabyte external hard drive, which one day will be as small as an SD card, I'm sure. So I think what we're supposed to do is come back here. Because I do recall an important scene, yeah, going on in the subway. So here comes a suspicious looking feller. His dull eyes staring at everything and yet nothing. So let's see what he has to say.
Yeah?
Oh boy, he sure looks like a hoodlum, doesn't he?
Nice night.
Whatever.
Yottobite. Well, I'm sure it'll happen, Steve. I mean, we jumped from bytes to gigabytes and terabytes in the space of like 20 years. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were surpassing the exabyte capacity for storage soon.
So what's your name?
Look, could you leave me alone?
Yeah, this sure does look like a goy.
Do you know Joe DeMarco?
Sure I do. That's my name.
Really?
Yeah. What of it?
Oh boy.
You're a hard guy to track down.
Well, yippee. You found me. What do you want?
So we found the guy, the assassin we were looking for. I'm sure this can only go well, since we know this guy's apparently trouble and got the guy murdered.
What's your beef with Ethan Goldberg?
Never heard of him.
Your name appears in connection with his.
Lots of Ethan Goldbergs. Lots of Joe DeMarcos. Both are common names. You got nothing, so leave me alone.
Ethan was killed just outside of this bar.
Coincidence. You still got nothing.
Yeah, he has kind of a funky mic going on though. He's like rasping the mic while he speaks, or else just sort of breathing right into it. But surely he knows about Zelig.
Do you know Rabbi Zelig?
What's a rabbi?
Was he being serious?
His full name is Amos Zelig.
Nope. Sorry.
So he denies all involvement.
What's your connection with Jack Lauder?
Don't know him.
Sure you do. He wrote you a number of checks.
Whoever he wrote them to, it wasn't me.
Your name is on the checks.
Then it's some other Joe DeMarco. Get out of here.
He really doesn't want to talk to us, but we're gonna keep bugging him, because why not?
Are you Jewish, Mr. DeMarco?
Huh? No. What the hell is Jewish?
Never mind.
Well, he will get into an anime-type confrontation with him soon enough, but
Your name comes up yet again, Mr. DeMarco. This time in several emails addressed to Rabbi Zelig.
So,
So what's the deal?
it wasn't me. It was another Joe.
Can it? Sing another tune, because I'm sick of the old one. It's enough evidence to book you if I choose to go to the police. So are you gonna tell me what's going on?
Sweden has some funny people like Ibito. They have some of the wine sauce people, but they also have that other guy that we don't like to talk about, so... Oh, but actually I just remembered. I read somewhere that he doesn't even live in Sweden anymore. He lives in the United Kingdom now, so I guess Sweden's been purged of his presence. But I know that, when I started looking into places to move to when I get out of here, the United Kingdom was one of the options, but I dismissed it because I thought it would be too expensive and too complicated, and now I have one more reason not to go there. Even though it does have cool people, I don't think I'm ever going to try to get a house there or anything, but back to the game, everyone.
Fine. You want to talk? Let's talk. But not here. Follow me.
So now that we've somehow managed to convince the guy to have an earnest talk with us, let's follow him. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. You know,
Come on, Rabbi. We'll have more privacy down here.
might as well have another quick tangent. England's a cool place, I find, because of the weather. I like weather that most people find terrible. I like cold, gloomy, rainy, snowy weather. I like that a lot. I hate hot weather. I despise it so. So my next choice, I suppose, for finding a place to live when I get out of here is Canada. But, you know, cool stuff has come out of England, lots of writers, lots of interesting TV shows. So it's kind of sad to see that that guy's tainting the place with his presence, but back to the game again. Let's go into the subway to have a little confrontation with this guy. Oh boy. Yeah, that I don't agree with, definitely.
You've pissed off the wrong people, Rabbi. I had no problem with you, but now I gotta kill you.
Oh boy.
I see.
I
You're an
see.
assassin.
I had a feeling you were smart. Your people are in this very, very deep.
You're a bit
My
slow,
people.
Rabbi Stone.
You mean the Jews?
A very cozy operation.
It's the Jew assassination conspiracy. So let's have the Jewish response to this revelation.
What sort of operation was this?
Don't think I'll be doing that. Professional courtesy. Say goodbye.
You think I'll go so easily?
Don't make me laugh, old man.
So we can pick from any of these three ineffectual responses. I guess we'll threaten him to pay.
You'll pay for their deaths.
Wrong!
Oh boy.
I've already been paid.
Oh yeah, actually I just remember this is like a... This is a word battle scene. This is like the insult fights in Monkey Island. So we're supposed to defeat him by talking, I guess.
How can you live with yourself?
I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. You get used to it.
The blood of countless innocents is on your hands.
Totally. Yep.
Trust me,
So I think
nobody I kill is innocent.
I think we're going to try to get a game over here, because you can die if you don't make the right choices in time.
The blood...
Trust me, nobody I kill.
So I guess we can keep choosing this until we die.
Blood...
Yep.
Trust me, nobody I kill is.
What about this one, though?
You're a monster.
Yeah, that's also a bad choice. And now we're dead. Yeah, what if we could go back? Well, we will. As soon as the title screen comes up. There's the rabbinical title screen. With the Jews... So let's
Privacy
continue.
down here.
Luckily this game does autosave when you have a potential death situation coming up. So let's try to defeat this Jewish dialogue tree once more.
You've pissed off the wrong people. I.
Nice.
Your people.
So it might as well be rabbinical again.
What sort of operation...
Don't think I'll be professor.
You
Don't.
So how do we avoid getting killed?
Do you really think you'll get away with this?
I've been getting away with this since I was 12.
How does a 12-year-old commit murder?
How does a 12-year-old commit murder?
Same as anyone. Someone asked me to, so I did.
That's a lovely story.
That's the most horrible thing.
Oh, but that was a bad choice.
It's about to get a lot worse.
So let's try not to die this time.
Do you do everything people ask you to?
If the price is right.
Well, we'll try to double whatever he's being paid, I guess.
I'll double whatever you are being paid.
Oh, but that didn't work.
Sorry, I don't welch on a deal.
So let's try to appeal to his better nature.
What happened to you? Why are you so angry?
Stop asking me these stupid questions.
I can't
am
help
what
it.
I am, alright?
Can't help it, I'm a rabbi. I survive by asking questions.
Why are you being so defensive?
I am not being defensive.
That's a bit of a clue, actually. The right answer is a question.
Are you hiding from something?
What? No? What the hell are you talking about?
Shut up! No.
Are you hiding behind that knife?
Well, no!
So, as always, you gotta pick the question.
Care to prove it?
What?
Go on. You don't need the knife? Prove it. Or are you nothing but a nebbish?
You son of a bitch.
A nebbish, how dare you!
I don't need a knife to take your sorry ass.
I can't believe that worked.
Old man, you're funny. You think your God's going to help you out of this?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. But my 4 years on the B'nai B'rith Yeshiva High School boxing team will even the odds.
My
the hell,
convenient
man?
skill will help
Perhaps
me.
you didn't hear me the first time.
Do you want me to repeat it? The Naiven Shiva Boxing Club.
Now, do I have your attention?
Let me go, man.
You have two choices. You can answer my questions, or I throw you onto the tracks.
Our hero.
You're crazy.
Am I? Train's coming. Make your choice.
So, I think
Fine.
this
Who
one
sent
of
you?
I...
Answer.
Zelig.
Zelig?
He's hooked in deep with the mafioso. Did you know that? He'd find struggling businessmen like your friends Jack and Ethan, and then hook them up with investors.
like me.
Investors.
Mafia investors.
He got them involved with the mob?
Yes. He got them in debt so deep they needed a tractor to pull them out. When they refused to pay, I was called in to take care of them.
So you killed Jack Lauder and Ethan Goldberg.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I see. Well, one question remains. What should I do with you?
Just let me go.
Well,
So we got a choice. We can either kill him or save him. I think we're going to save him for now. Why not? Let's show mercy. That's kind of a slow train.
perhaps you still have some purpose to fill. I've done all I can. I've shown mercy. The rest is up to God.
Well, to be fair, I have ridden the New York City subway, and that does look like the speed that the trains have most of the time. So. Oh, but we're not getting answered by the woman. But the door's unlocked somehow.
Hello?
And there's a note on the covered
Mrs.
up
Lauder?
mirror.
Rodshri? Hello? Oh no.
That's a portrait. You know, chairs are overturned, glasses were broken. There was obviously a trouble here. Just take our word for it, because we don't want to draw it. So, might as well have a look around while we have the chance to. Phone lamp, closet. Might as well rummage through the closet. Oh, but it's locked. So let's look at the sheet. Apparently what she did wrong was that it wasn't a black sheet.
A note?
And we got our note. Shalom, Rabbi Stone.
Zelig.
So it's, yeah.
Jack. I'm sorry, Jack. As
What's
a
up?
man, I wished you all the happiness in the world. But as a rabbi, as a religious leader out of duty, I could not accept it. Can you understand? Jack! Jack! Forgive me, Jack. I'm sorry I cast you out. I'm sorry my actions sent you down this path. I... Get a hold of yourself, Stone. This isn't your doing. Zelig.
Time to go confront our evil rival rabbi at the Upper East Side residence. And this woman has been kidnapped.
Enter.
By him, of course.
Rabbi Stone, how good of you to come.
You didn't leave me much choice, Rabbi Zelig.
That's not entirely fair. You could have walked away.
I made a commitment.
And you're so good at those, aren't you?
Tell me what you want.
I only want this, Stone. You're going to walk over to the balcony. Take a nice long look at the view. Enjoy it. It costs a bundle. Then, when you've thought carefully about what brought you here, you're going to jump over the edge.
Well, we could try having another rabbinical duel with this kidnapper and murderer.
And why would I do this?
How about to save her life?
Yeah, how about that?
And if I refuse?
I shoot her, then you, and throw you both off the balcony. I'd prefer to avoid complications, but it's the same to me either way.
You think you'll get away with this?
You have no idea what you're messing with, Stone.
It's
This
the-
goes way beyond you or me.
I don't claim to see what lies beyond. All I see is a man charged with leading his people, but instead leads them to their deaths.
It's not that simple, Stone. It never is. Pull your head out of the clouds and take a look around. This is how the world works. So, are you going to jump? Or is this going to get messy?
Oh boy. So I can try to grab his gun with, which results in something... Resulting in another death, I think. Might as well show that, but... You know, what can we do against a member of the World Jewish Conspiracy?
My. Looks like I missed. How careless of me.
Oh boy.
You might want to rethink that move in the future.
Oh, but we can keep trying.
Oops, missed again. Perhaps I need a less mobile target.
Oh, shh.
Holy... You shot her!
What? You're surprised? I gave you ample warning. So, are you going to jump? Or am I going to shoot you too? I warn you. I won't make your death as quick as hers.
Well, obviously we grab his gun.
My, aren't you the brave one? I really hoped to avoid this. I just had the carpet cleaned too.
I'm an evil rich bastard. So now that we've encountered another game over, of which there are many in this scene, let's see if we can go back and do better in a confrontation with the final boss of this game. Well, skipping all the dialogue because we've heard this.
Rap
You-
that you
I
can
tell me-
you're taking your
So I noticed too how the background color in the portrait changes. Well, let's be a rabbinical guy.
And why...
how about to save her?
So let's keep being rabbinical.
And if I...
I shoot her. You this
I don't... All of it.
pull this.
So let's agree to his request to jump off the balcony.
Alright. You win, Zelig. You hold all the cards.
Good boy. He can be taught. Start walking. Now, open the door, Stone. Wait. There's one more thing.
Oh shoot. So what do we do here? Aside from being rabbinical.
Why do you want to do this, Rabbi Zelig?
Zelig!
Oh shit. They're
You!
still alive.
You son of a...
DeMarco, you idiot! It's not enough you bungle your assignment. You show up here? Did anyone follow you?
I want my money.
You want what you deserve? Fine.
Oh shit. So the other guy killed him.
What? Are you going to say he didn't deserve it?
Oh dear.
He certainly served his purpose.
Now, move. All this bloodshed sickens me.
And also he threatened to... Oh, what? To kill them both and then throw them off the balcony. Because, you know... New York's such a low-profile place that certainly wouldn't be investigated. No, sir. But let's humor him. We can try to stall him.
Kenneth Stone, you're on the edge. Now die with dignity and jump.
Let's keep doing it, why not?
Nothing you can possibly say will change things, Stone.
How about climbing over the edge one more time?
Well, what are you waiting for?
How about stalling him? No, that doesn't do anything. We can jump, but we've already gotten a game over, so... We can try climbing back into the balcony.
Having a change of heart? Well, make up your mind. Not
So only one thing left to do. Grab his gun.
your bravado is irritating. Now, jump!
Let's keep trying, because this went so well the first time.
Your capacity for pain is indeed impressive. I'm almost tempted to watch you bleed where you stand. But
Yeah,
time is
seriously.
short. Now jump or die.
Unless it's like those buildings in like Fight Club where the guy lived, where it's like the walls are supposedly so thick that you can't hear anything between apartments. I wish those places were real, but the place I'm living in right now proves that they are not. So let's grab his gun and end this. Why not?
My, aren't you the brave one? I really hoped to avoid this.
So that wasn't quite the right choice, but it was a step in the right direction, I suppose, because that is part of what you're supposed to do. So, attempt number 3. To kill the final boss of this game. Or beat him.
Enter. Grab
You-
that
you-
you can
tell-
you're taking you how to
Yeah, let's be a rabbi.
these
All of it.
put this
Agree
you-
to jump.
start now. Wait, there's one.
Time for this scene again, I suppose. Might as well try a different reaction this time.
Stop!
How would-
Zelig!
Yep, here's this screaming guy again.
You...
The marks
I...
you want. What? Now, oh,
So we're back onto the balcony.
Ken, you're on the.
So let's try this again.
You're not.
Let's try it one more time.
You're on the top now.
And now let's climb over the edge.
Well, what are you waiting for?
And now that we're here, we grab his gun. Or not. Why not admire the view?
Just admiring the view.
Yes, it is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, there we go. And now that he's looking at the view like we are, grab his gun. And throw it over the edge. So now he...
You momser!
You
are
momser.
nothing! What's this? You think you can knock me out like some common street punk?
Apparently the old guy is also a boxing champion.
I am Amos Zelig. I've spearheaded the strongest Jewish synagogue in Manhattan for over 30 years. Who are you, little rabbi?
So it's time for another verbal battle against this evil mob leader.
Who do you think I am?
Those tricks won't work with me, Stone. I've been playing that game since you were knee-high to my tuchus. You think you can out-rabbi me?
That was a question. You think you can out-rabbi me? Well, let's keep trying to do well in this battle, I suppose.
You call yourself a Jew?
You call yourself a hero?
So we need to get not a comment chain, a question chain going.
How can anyone respect you?
Power breeds respect, Stone. But you've never had either, have you?
Are there others like you?
More than you can possibly imagine.
Totally.
Is this how a rabbi acts?
This is how the world acts.
We can throw that question at him.
You really call yourself a Jew?
You really call yourself a hero?
What about his soul?
Is all this worth your soul, Zelig?
I'm not giving up my soul for anything, Stone. Is all this worth your life?
Well,
Are you happy with this life, Zelig?
Yes. Are you?
well, we don't seem to be making that much progress, but
You really think a rabbi acts this way?
I told you, Stone. This is how the world is. Get used to it.
so I think the gimmick of this fight, actually, I just remember. Yep.
How can you live with yourself?
With power, respect, and money, I manage quite well.
Is you choose a dialogue thing, and if he answers not with a question, you can throw a punch at him. There we go. That's how the fight works.
You don't fear for your soul, Zelig?
I fear nothing. Do you fear for your life?
That was a question, so if we try to punch him now, he will get the advantage, but let's keep trying, I suppose.
Are you ready to die?
Are you?
You really think you can win this fight?
You think you can shut up?
So we're not doing that great, but
I ask again, how can you live with yourself?
I have all the prestige and respect money can buy, Stone. I live quite comfortably.
that's our cue to throw him a punch. Yeah.
How can you face God knowing what you've done?
God knows more than anyone how the world works. I'm sure he understands.
Well, I don't think he does. There we go. So we're back on even ground, I guess.
How can you be happy with this life?
Do you see this apartment? Do you see this view? Trust me, I am very happy with this life. Can you say the same?
Well,
You really think you can win this fight?
Do you think you can stop talking long enough to throw a punch?
Why don't you just give up?
Why don't you just die?
so I think we can get caught in a corner like that where we can't ask a question that will produce a statement.
You really think God will understand you?
God knows what is necessary. I'm sure he understands.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How can you be happy with it?
Do you trust? Can you?
I didn't mean to do that, goddammit.
You really...
This get you?
Okay, there we go. That's our opportunity.
Last chance. You want to give up?
No. Do you want to die?
You really...
God, I'm sure.
Yeah, so it's... Oops. Now it's just a matter of finding the right dialogue choices.
Just how many others are there?
As I said, more than you can possibly imagine.
Oh well.
You really...
This get?
So he doesn't seem to be doing that great now. We do have the advantage. Just
I live.
just a matter of getting him on the edge now.
People really respect you after all this?
I already told you, Stone. Power breeds respect. But you wouldn't know what that's like, would you?
Is ready to meet Selig? I don't think that's a good question. This one is
Just how
As I said, more than...
Yeah, there we go. So we've almost got the jump on him.
you really
I this get you...
There we go.
Zelig, it's over. What do you have to say for yourself?
Mazel tov, Rabbi Stone. I applaud you to have come this far. You certainly are resourceful.
Just what are you saying, Zelig?
I do remember Jack Lauder very well. He came into my office 8 years ago, looking to get married. It seemed that this Zionist, pig-headed rabbi was against it. Oh, the things he said about you. Imagine my surprise when you showed up in my office.
Yeah, I bet you were shocked, all right.
I've done some checking up on you. In all these years, you've never learned to make concessions.
Concessions? Concessions? The Jewish people are slowly becoming extinct.
Oh boy.
For thousands of years, we've struggled to keep our place on this planet, and you talk of concessions.
Jewish must
As a
conquer the
rabbi, I
world.
do everything I can to help. And if that means refusing to conduct an interfaith marriage, then so be it. I
Wow.
can still look at myself in the mirror and call myself a rabbi. What are you, Zelig? You're nothing but a common criminal who consorts with gangsters and
I
assassins.
don't see how that
All
helps
have our
those though.
place in the big machine, Stone. And you're just a tiny squeaky wheel. Now be a good cog and just let me go. I know you don't have the guts to throw me over.
Well, now we get the choice to throw him over or knock him out. And we've been playing good rabbi, so let's just knock him out. God, that's bad.
So, it's over?
That was quick.
It's over, Mrs. Lauder. We'll leave Rabbi Zelig for the police.
You're hurt. You're bleeding all over.
It'll be okay, Mrs. Lauder.
Okay. You were shot.
It's all right. Let's just get out of here.
Well, all right, if you say so. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine, Mrs. Lauder.
Call me Raj, please. After all this, I think you deserve it. But we're going to the hospital and no argument.
I guess.
Sure.
We managed to defeat a mafia leader, a Jew, so that's quite the accomplishment.
Atzai melech shemo nikra.
I suppose, since apparently we're still in the rundown synagogue. I don't know, apparently he was able to pay his debts, but he wasn't able to spruce up this place.
Thank you, Cantor Kaplan.
But he doesn't have a plan for the future.
Is it only in the aftermath of pain that we are justified in questioning God's fairness? Just how much pain must occur to legitimately raise the question, why do bad things happen to good people?
Oh boy.
Just how much pain?
Did she convert, or what is this?
God might not seem fair. We may not always feel connected to him. That is, we may feel lonely, and often do. Yet the underlying reality of our lives is that we are always connected, whether we feel it or not, whether we accept it or deny it. The connection is there. And since we are connected, we are responsible. Battling for goodness is how we give our lives meaning. Maybe there are no answers. Ultimately, we may never find that elusive truth. Yet ultimately, we may find something else. Meaning, significance, and fulfillment. If so, that may be enough.
I hope that's enough. So that was the Shivah. That was Judaism the game. 2013 edition, I guess. And yes, this was made by Dave Gilbert, who also made the Blackwell series, which we will see soon enough. apparently Peter Gresser, who made the music for the Ben Jordan games, also made the music for this. I think Dave Gilbert also guest voiced in one of the Ben Jordan games. Forget what was his role though. Tom Scary. Yeah, there's Peter Gresser again. Ben Chandler, who apparently made the alien abduction game Mike didn't play, apparently was also involved in this. Because he's like an artist for adventure games. And there was an iOS port of this, so you know, if you have an iPhone, you can buy it and play it there. Yeah, this is a game that costs money, so obviously it's being sold. Because they do want to make back the money that they spent making the game. Apparently Francisco Gonzalez, who made the Ben Jordan games, did the voice for the detective. And Dave Gilbert was the cantor in this. I'm guessing that person that was dedicated to was the guy's daughter or something. And now we get to see some voice actor bloopers, I guess. Which there are quite a lot of. Might as well take a quick look. Abe Goldfarb gets into character.
My name is Rabbi Stone. It's been a while. But here I am. I'm doing alright. Yeah, it's okay. It's no great shakes.
Oh
There you
dear.
go. Thumping the old Torah. That's right, rocking the mezuzah. Rocking the mezuzah. That's what I like. That's how I roll.
So this might take a while, but
Good night to you, Rabbi Zerlig.
Good night to you, Rabbi Stone.
No, good night to you. Okay. Okay.
I told you I'd be back. Rabbi Stone, come with me if you want to live. I've been sent back from the future by your son to protect you from Joe DeMarco. Or get to the chopper.
dear oh dear.
You vile, murdering lowlife. You can go to... Alright, yeah. Little growling, never heard. Rabbi man. Okay.
Goodness me. Just
Huh. Oh, there's my phone. Excuse me a second, Rabbi. This'll only take a minute.
well, you know.
I don't know who you are or where you think you get off, but I think you'd better leave before I do something we'll both regret. I'm done talking.
I really don't know what to say about this. I have to
Exactly. This show ain't big enough for the both of us.
might as well
The tough guy thing is fun.
do the Cliff Notes thing
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah. Okay.
These voice bloopers. The chick shikser.
You're gonna say oi, if I do it more. I am a shiksa, but I am not blonde.
Oh dear.
I told that Jack you should never marry that crazy six.
You cannot get more shiksa than an Indian.
Gracious.
Shiksik. I am very shiksik. Alright. I.
The chic shiksa. That'll be the sequel.
That seems topical.
I got to go to the Quickie Mart. I'm going to
Okay.
go down there and get a nice old cup
I'm
of
very
coffee.
tempted to press this button right now.
There is a time and a place, Rabbi, and this is not it. That is Irish. Hearts, moons, stars, clovers. It's because I'm saying... This is a hard one. Hold on.
Voiceover breathing.
Oh, breathing out on my thing. Yeah.
You're like, I don't believe
Yeah.
this. Like, it was just a lot of breath, and that just sounds
I'll tell you why that is, though. Because if you've just been just as a sign of voiceover, this is a voiceover inner side.
Okay.
When you do voiceovers, you breathe a lot. You're supposed to breathe a lot, but when you act, you're not supposed to breathe a lot. So it's like the first 10, 15 minutes is like, oh, I remember I'm supposed to breathe a lot now.
Gotta breathe. Okay.
You got to breathe in between each line, really. That's
Yeah.
that's sort of a secret thing you do to get energy. But
Okay. That's
so no
Yeah, I
problem. I
think-
will not breathe out on that.
don't breathe. Just you can get that.
I've done it.
Yeah, that is true. That's why, audio editing software such as Audacity exists as a secret of people who do voiceovers.
She's seducing him. No, sorry. Rabbi Stone. Are you really made of stone? Let's find out.
I think that's going to be...
Don't get sick. Let's not get sick. I'm sorry. It was the Dirty Dozen. I wish I had done the show and gotten it out of my system, but I didn't.
I think that's going to be it for now. So back to the title screen we go, so that we can give a close to this. So that was the Shivah. I think this edition actually has... if you look at the options, this has achievements. We got Mensch by sparing Joe DeMarco. We got Heflech by getting Raj-Shri on our side. We got thrown out by the rabbi at some point, I think. Combining two clues, you kind of have to do that to beat the game, but... for saving both Selig and Raj-Shri, we got the Ubermensch thing. That's great. And we can get to the bloopers anytime now, so that's good. But that was the... oh god. Hadn't heard that part of the soundtrack yet. I think that's enough juice for one day.